So I sold this little girl. She's very pretty, but I sold her for a lot. I sold her for 9.5 Ethereum. I bought her at the drop. Now, granted, Ethereum's price goes up and down. So like I made a small profit in USD, but I bought it for like 6 point something Ethereum and I sold it for 9 point something, 9.5 Ethereum. So and I got what I needed out of her. And I think it's going to go up in value too, but like it's going to help me do the things that I kind of want to do. But like I sold a digital horse for $22,000. F&A, Cotton. F&A. So the road to glory moves along. Breeding opened in Zed Run about a month ago. I don't know exactly. I think it's exactly 28 days ago. So I wanted to show you guys the progress because I have not done a Zed video in a long time. I've streamed some races. I've done some things. I picked up some things. I've bred a bunch of horses. This has been my strategy. As we talked about before, and my stable's winning a lot of races now because I bought some races. I've kind of realigned the stable. I've moved some things around. I've gotten rid of some of the clutter. I've really focused on building Nakamoto horsey lines. Some of these, here's my Nakamoto Genesis. I have 2 Z1s, a male and a female. Generous Dream is the male. Every Famine is the female. Every Famine's, she's okay. 8.7 win rate. She pulls like 10 to 12 odds. She's not a champion. But I don't need her to be a champion. She's here to make babies. She's here to make champions and have champion grandkids and be a Z1 and hold a lot of value. So I purchased her off the market for what I thought was an underpriced point, and she's gone way up since then. I think I bought her for like 12 Ethereum a little while ago. Generous Dream I bought a long time ago. Like when I first started. He was one of the first horses that I bought. And now he's in the stud farm and helping me create these Nakamoto lines. I also have 2 Z2 left. Just like that, who is a female. Again, okay horse on the track, but she does not exist for me to race her. She exists to make the babies. Here are her babies that she's made. And I'm shooting for super coats, but I'm not ending up with any. Crushed Dice is a male. And so what I've ended up doing has been keeping the females and selling the colts. So here are my downline Nakamotos. This is what we have in the stable now. Old Guard I purchased a long time ago. Quicksilver is one of the babies that we had from the details. He came from Cellmate, the horse that we just sold, or she came from Cellmate, the horse that we just sold. And as you can see, I've got all these fillies. I have this one, which is unnamed and on the market right now. I think it's priced at like 1.2, a Z3 Legendary, which I think is Cellmate's baby also. Really cool color, that Bondi blue. But I'm not going to keep the males. I might end up keeping this one. If it doesn't sell, I'll keep it and build out my Nakamoto lines from there. Because I think it's going to get fun and exciting once we get down to the exclusive level and the elite level. So from the generations, obviously, if you're into Zed, you know Genesis is the top generation, the first generation. Legendary is the second generation. Exclusive is the third generation, but you can hold exclusive if you breed an exclusive with a Genesis horse. So you can hold it there and not drop down to elite. Under elite is cross and pacer. It gets kind of thin once you get down to those generationals because the bloodlines get really thinned out. So I'm trying to build these Nakamotos down to like Z7 to Z10. And because of the breeding limitations that Zed Run has put on things, where you can only breed the females once a month, it's going to take me 2, 3, 4 months to get down to exclusive, elite, or hold exclusive, or hold elite. Quicksilver, I think, comes up today. So as I'm going to make this video today, she'll be able to have a little baby horse probably tomorrow. And we'll take a look at what she's got. Yeah, left 0 days. I think she clears at like dinner time tonight, Pacific time. So all these fillies, Z4, she's going to make I'm going to mate her with a legendary, a legendary Nakamoto that's probably Z2 through Z4, depending on price and color. I'll keep shooting for super coats because I think Nakamoto super coats are going to be extremely tough to come by. Super coats already, there's like 700. The math is clearly wrong on Zed's site in terms of the common parents, where you have same common color parent producing. It's supposed to be about a 40% chance from those two to produce a super coat. They're sitting under 20% at like 18% of the population, and most of those are Buterans. So I'm going to keep trying to shoot for super coat Nakamotos. Those are the lines that I'm focusing on the most. Getting back to my stable real quick. Bring everything up. As I said, I'm keeping all the filly babies, but I've gone out and purchased some other horses that are racers. My best racer that I've purchased, I have a lot of horses now, has been Queen Gambit. She's a female. She's very, very good. Not Queez. Queen Gambit. This site is knowyourhorses.com. There's plenty of information sites out there. Know Your Horses does a good job of kind of showing you what you want a little bit above the fold. I'd like for them to clean stuff up a little bit. I think they do a good job. Average odds of 8.11. An ROI of 50%. Number of races. Nice. So she's that legendary horse. She's a second generation horse. She can pull odds anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000. So I don't have to really focus on putting her in a specific level of race. But based on the wait times now, I'm really only getting like one race a day because it's like 18, 19 hour race horses or, you know, races to pop off. But as you can see, she's able to race higher at higher dollars and perform than some other horses. And she's been really solid. Like her win rate's been pretty consistent and her profit has just kept trickling upwards. So a really good track for her, which kind of made me, it didn't make me, but just the other day, I bought this one. Another solid winning, I don't know winning yet. Like he's getting there. 8.75 odds. He has not won enough races, only 18 races, so he hasn't had enough time to really get these odds to pan out for him yet, but solid odds across the board, sub 10 everywhere. 1,600, 7.48 odds. I'm going to run him more as soon as racing times come down to try and turn this ROI number positive. But the real reason, this is an oval orchid horse, just like Queen Gambit was an oval orchid horse. They're both legendary Buterans. Queen Gambit is a Z14, another heart, a Z13. One has half Zabo blood, the other one has half Finny blood. So I'm going to go for that executive line off of them and every month breed those two together in the hopes that I can't catch an exclusive super coat that comes from two champion level racehorses, at least in terms of what their odds are. We have some other ones. Agua Fresca, she's a cutie, but not a racer. Churros, I mean, if you name a horse Churros, it's probably not going to be fast. It's just a fatty. Sits around and eats. I have caught a couple of super coats. My best one is right here with 100 grand. This horse, I don't know what it is yet. And I'm afraid. I'm a little bit afraid. Because it's only run in one race. And that race was its Griffin. This is another one of the informational sites. This one's called HawkU. I have it on sale just because if somebody wants to go nuts. It's a... This is, just so you know, I think this is above what the value should be of this horse. Like, I priced it high for a reason. In case somebody gets FOMO and says, oh yeah, I've got to have that horse because there's just no other horses like it. It is a black chocolate super coat, this little SC. There aren't that many of those. It's a Z11 Finny, so it's a Finny bred with a Finny. It is a super coat. I think it's got a cool name. It's black chocolate. It's named 100 grand. So there's correlation between the color and the candy bar name. It pulled 5.6 odds in its Griffin race and it won it. So like if I put this horse into another race and it pulls 15 odds, I'm going to feel real bad. But if I put it into another race and it pulls 6 odds, I'm going to feel real good. But like right now, it's just a lottery ticket that's half scratched and looks like it could be a winner, at least more likely that it could be a winner because of the fact that it pulled 5 odds in its Griffin race as opposed to pulling 45 odds. If it pulls 45 odds in its Griffin race, there's no chance it's a champ. If it pulls 5 odds, there's at least a chance that it's a champ. Because Griffin odds don't necessarily dictate what it's going to do in paid races against other horses that are also racers. So be careful with Griffin odds. Like I said, my filly is too young for breeding. We got to wait. I'll see what I'm going to do with this horse. I just like the way that one race, 100% win rate with 5 odds on a super coat that there just aren't that many of out there. And again, another step, it's not a Buterin that's a Z11. She's a Finny and a filly, which means fillies do catch a premium. They're worth more than the male horses because you get to keep the babies. So I've funded purchasing all these racing horses. Dashing Dart, another one that I think is going to be a good horse, pulls really good odds, has podiumed a bunch in his first 22 races. I think he's profitable. I believe he is profitable. Oh no, I raced him in a really expensive race. Yeah, I raced him in a couple of super expensive races and he did not place, so that knocked him below. Win rate, profit and loss. He was profitable and then he is now not profitable because I raced him in expensive races to kind of test him out. But he's another horse, 8 odds. Pulls really good odds across the board. If I stick him to the distance races, 2200, I got to race him in 24 because I haven't found one yet. And 1200 he pulls 7 odds in. So a horse that's capable of pulling ridiculously good odds and should be able to abuse competition there. I've been selling the male Nakamoto horses that I've been breeding in order to kind of fund the entire operation, because I could breed these Z1s and Z2 Nakamotos that I have and sell the offspring for anywhere from 1 to 2 Ethereum, and then I can buy these racers. I think I paid for Queen Gambit, I believe I paid 1 Ethereum. For Immersion Therapy, who's won 15% of her races, she's an excellent racehorse, has I paid like 0.9. For Dashing Dart, like 0.5 or 0.6. For Another Heart, 0.55. So the amount of money that I had to spend back on these racers to have horses for me to run out and have a winning expectation of pulling a positive ROI on this road to glory has netted me a profit based on the fact that I did spend the money initially on those Nakamoto lines. And we're going to see in the next few days, now that they've been through, if I can't produce a really, really special executive level, possibly super coat Nakamoto stacked line that can get me a champion at the executive level. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you're chasing in your stables. Are you chasing out Finny lines, Buterin lines? Do you have the juice to go after the Nakamoto lines? Or are you trying to buy into a Nakamoto bred horse at the executive level or the legendary level? Because they cost obviously a whole lot less than if you bought a Genesis Z1 or Z2. Thanks for watching. Drop me a comment. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
He's a legend.